Greetings, salutations. I'm the Raven. This is part 3 of the third session on the Bastard Smols. Joining me, as ever, is J.K. Lantern with El Pudding Diablo.
El Pudin Diablo fights for justice.
And Puddings.
And pudding.
Nathan with Tedlin.
I am Tedlin. That's all there is to it.
StarprincessHLC with Yuki. Again, give me back my notes.
No, I gotta make them into a nice little paper house for my dragon.
I finally scheming Savot with Gifros.
Evil genius, go.
And we return to the session as Okasan slips off.
Okay, so we have to basically defame these three people. I got the plan for Hayden because he's, supposed to be helping the impoverished youth, so he's going to end up annexing all of the shoe sign stations. Where I originally had Brenda, strong-arming the one. She can still keep that one. But
I mean, we could accidentally start a noble war by having them believe that they're muscling into territory that neither of them actually owns.
Yeah. But for now, Brenda needs to be associated with Percy. So are there fights that happen here?
There is. They are rarer and rare because they need to be hidden better. Because nobles, knobs, they're better than this than what's people knocking the snot out of one another. But still, they attend, they happen.
Okay. Well, anyway, whenever, this is all out of character because, normal voice. Whenever Diablo gets back, Shifros is going to try to convince him to point at Percy and tell him to go back to Brenda and tell him he won't throw the fight for her. And say it loud.
Let me look at my powers real quick. Why?
We're in a fairly tightly packed room, so just shout it, basically.
Yeah.
And as far as I need to ask some questions in character for Gadget there. So Shifros looks at Deventer and goes, "So Corinne, the group he holds favor with, are they of a similar mind in terms of racial, for lack of a better word, superiority as he is?"
Oh, he's special. He's so far up his own ass, you can't believe it.
But the people that he holds court with, the people that hold him in favor, if it were found that he had, say, mixed racial children, would that make him worse in their eyes?
Oh. He's a little bit personal now, but yes, I can tell you from personal experience. Just going for a mistress of another race would do it.
Excellent.
I have a plan for this, but it's terrible.
If you will excuse me, I need to make the run back out to streets.
Fair enough. Do what you do.
I'm going... What race Could I tell what race the kid that Oko-san's arm wrestled was?
Well, just another human.
Just a human?
Just a human.
Excellent. Human child for a dwarf.
Actually, make it even
So-
better. Elf.
Elf, okay. So I'm going to run back to this child and say, "Excuse me, could you help me out? I promise to make it worth your while."
Now, how'd you help you out, Governor?
It's like, if you could run up to somebody and ask them why they call them daddy and ask why they abandoned you, would that be worth a silver piece to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. So I give the kid a silver piece
He
and say,
bites it just to make sure.
"We're going to go to the ball, and I need you to run up to," and I give the description of Corin, "put on Waterworks show and ask why he abandoned you and your mother."
Colin Geigen? That bastard? Oh, God.
Yes, that.
I pay you to do that. I give you the money.
In this case, his lucky day. You keep silver piece. Just put on good show.
He just makes sure to muck himself up some more.
Excellent. So just hang by me until I tell you go, because we've got things to do. Okay?
Okay.
And in the meantime, just kind of scout out the rest of these shoe shine stalls so I know where they are when we need to go plaster them with posters later, and then return to the gala.
Biggs and Weds. They're able you. What's for the kid?
Oh, the kid, I need a little bit of help with a task I must perform in there, and this kid is just the right size to crawl into the vent.
Ah, fair enough. Just give out of the size of nobles. You know how dirtiness offends them.
Fair enough. And I basically get one of my cloaks and drape it over the kid so he can kind of hide himself and look a little less disheveled. And go, "I will take cloak back, but for now you just kind of hide under there until I point out the dwarf to you."
Sure thing, Governor.
So I walk back to the group. And while I'm doing this, has Diablo made his return yet?
He is waiting for the best opportunity to. Assume he is hiding somewhere, like, along the side of the Great Hall or whatever.
I'm just picturing somehow how unlikely it is. He has somehow made his way onto a chandelier.
Yeah, he may very well be on a chandelier.
How'd he get up there?
He has double jump as an ability, so.
Well, that probably work well into his flying ability.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okasan's Diablo's in place. Shift's back with his secret weapon.
El Pudin Diablo is looking down and waiting for a signal from Shifros.
The murmurs of nobles are going on. There's some laughing, some bragging going on. The musicians on the stage are trying harder to get on. You can see they're really not enjoying this. This is not their regular gig.
It's about to get a lot more exciting.
Yes.
So, I assume I eventually spot Diablo hiding in a chandelier,
Yes.
and I wave him down.
As you're doing that, Yuki's gonna just go over to the band and start whispering like, "Hey guys, you take commissions? I kind of want you to play something."
Since we can't really do it ourselves
Yeah.
at this time.
Normally no, but this gig is so dead. Please, do share.
And she just starts whispering her about the theme.
Mariachi time.
Yep.
They're just grinning to themselves and... Fair enough! You can... They... Gavel. Yeah, they're green on it. And the threat.
On my mark. And I look over to Chef Ross to wait for his mark.
And I kind of... You see me hold up one finger and then point it at Yuki. And as soon as the music starts, I point back to Diablo.
It is time for dramatic entrance. El Pudin Diablo, at the sound of the theme song, leaps and glides to where Percy is. Because gliding is also a thing I can do.
Yes.
Yes.
And I have to look at the name so that I pronounce it properly. Percy Bukorbin. I, El Pudin Diablo, the Feast of Justice, who fights for those who are impoverished, who are... Wow, this is a terrible time for my vocabulary to leave me. Those who are oppressed have come to tell you that I will never throw a match for you. You and your blood-sucking masters can go back to Brenda and tell her this.
Percy was just grinning at you for most of it until you mentioned the blood-sucking thing, and then that's... You know...
I bet he's pissed about that.
He is not happy. And you can see that Brenda has taken notice. The two meet eye to eye. And Percy just makes some kind of gesture towards her. She ain't happy about it.
And at this point, I uncloak the kid and say, "Now's your time, kid."
Goody! Now my 3 weeks of on the street training for Yachi's coming to action. And he just dashes up to Corinne, screaming. He just starts moaning, Daddy! Why'd you do it? Why'd you leave Mother and me? I mean, they got her, Daddy. Don't you love us? And Corinne just looks at him with wide-eyed and utter disgust. Going, I don't know this child. I don't know what it's all about. I'm not in relations with anyone, ever. Just me and business. No time for personal relations.
A likely story from deadbeat parent, eh?
El Pudin Diablo has never seen something so disgusting as this man who has abandoned this child. The spawn of his loins!
There is a lot of chatter and murmurings going on. Looks and oh God. And Corbin's getting very red in the face. I did not have any relations with this brat's mother. I did not!
Oh my god.
That's not the line, Raven.
I don't remember the line. Just because we're alive at the time doesn't mean I watched it.
wasn't alive at the time. Let that sink in.
But yes, he's kicking with us, and to those nearest of him, there's a lot of muttering going on. Even with Brenda, she's having very sharp words with those around her as well. And Percy just leans into Diablo. You went a bit far there, mates. But mates. This is amusing, but don't push your luck, or do you remember Carver? Carver won't be pleased. And well, you know what Carver's like.
El Pudin Diablo fights for justice. You know this. Oh boy, this is gonna be... May you live in interesting times, indeed.
Oh, you give me something to play with, I play with it.
You are playing with it. Aren't you glad I made that character previously? For you to add that entire dimension to this campaign.
I'm just glad you remember the surname. But I'll play along for now. Just for the sake of these knobs need taking down a peg or two.
Indeed, they do.
So while that's over, I kind of nudge Devinter and go, so can you take advantage of such a scandal as the ones we have allayed here?
I think if Colin loses some backers, they were looking to support me before he came in with a better deal. You know, the transport business does offer a lot more potential than mere jewelry. Yeah, a second stand to gain. Plus, I can definitely say this: I'll offer better care for my employees than he does. Sir, you're an artist.
I just do what I can. So has the little imp returned with the signs yet?
Oh, he is back. He's got them all rolled up and under the wings, which is a bit difficult for him. Go down, boss. What are you doing with them?
Except for what? Hand me one. And if it would not be too much imposition, could you go glue these to the open shoe sign stands in street?
I can do that. Hell, can I get the kids to help me out because hey, if it's goes over this lot.
Wow, everyone's being really cooperative with our very strange requests.
You're speaking to the right crowd. Imagery involving Percy is a dangerous lot.
Excuse me, who would be Hayden's biggest rival, so to speak? And are they present?
Again, Silver Dragon Man with the wings. His name's Gillian.
So I take the one poster I had, the little, and said, "Excuse me, Gilliam."
Yeah, yep, yep. Oh, you're down there.
Yes, hi, down here. Do you know anything about Hayden stealing or just claiming all the shoe sign stands for himself? Because we are finding these posters on there, and I thought this might be interesting to you. And I hand him the poster I had.
He takes it, looks at it, glances towards Hayden, glances down towards you. You know what? I think you're full of shit. But this is just too good to run with.
I hope you will enjoy Chance to Run With.
Oh, certainly. He then holds up the poster for everyone to see and screams, "Hayden! What's the bloody idea?" Hayden.
And since the posters are being affixed to the stands as we speak,
Played him like a fiddle.
now it is time to just watch chaos from 3 scandals dropping at once.
Lucius' body stays snaked up to Brenda. She just pulls back her eyes as he grins at her. As he plays his part. Speaking not to hushed tones. Hushed tones, Karen is basically yelling at everyone around him. The kid's now basically on his knees, bawling his eyes out. Declaring that this kid isn't Liz. You want to be touched, wouldn't dare touch a pointy-eared elf. Which is Hayden tears. Hayden and Gideon are now snapping at one another. Almost spitting venom. You notice that the band has just said solid. They're gone for the very argumentative, escalating music to build things up, and everyone's falling back. They're taking in the scandal, and you notice that apparently someone has sneaked in a news reporter or something, because you notice there's a big kobold with a notepad writing everything down that's going on. Actually, there's 3 of them.
I feel like we should be lighting the building on fire just as like as the cherry on the top of the shit sundae that this party has become.
Say the word, Tedlin will firebolt like a banner or something. Like it's.
It just seems appropriate. We walk in and it's like that one meme where the guy carries in the pizza boxes and everything's on fire and everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Good show. Good show.
Are you saying that Tedin has to look in the eyes where it says he wants to burn something?
I mean, like if he's asked to, he will do it.
Yeah, that one.
He won't just do it. But like, if someone says, "Hey, Tedlin, you should set that on fire," he'll go, "Okay," and do it.
It's on
I
this point.
don't
It's
think
on,
we actually want to put the place
No,
on
we
fire.
definitely shouldn't. But like,
it's at this point that Granville, especially he says in the hushed tone, "Now say, Maid's right. Something about you gives me Maid's vibes for you.
Say that again.
You Maid's right. Something about you gives me Maid's energy.
I am a magic man.
Now, you don't need to burn the whole place down. That's a bit much. But say he points to a big old portrait behind him. You note the name on it saying Albert de Winter. Human. I don't remember the details I gave him before. It's a case of he just basically looks like a man you just love to hate. maybe somehow make it look like a candle or gaslight exploded and singed that.
I can make it look like that for a bit.
I can't promise payment, but I can promise a boon down the line.
Who is asking this?
Granville de Winter.
Okay, so it was Devinter asking.
Yes.
Okay. I could shrink it. I could grow it. I could stop it from falling to its death.
But would you like it to just appear to be damaged and not
Do you
really
want it
damaged?
actually damaged or just to appear damaged?
Damage would be good for me.
So actual damage.
Yes.
I can't do it subtly. If you want subtle, I'm not good at subtle yet.
Here, hide under cloak.
Crouch to floor. Get under cloak. Staff pointing out of cloak at painting. What's the best way to do this? Fire, magic missile. The likelihood of Firebolt setting fire to everything is very, very low.
Sounds the way to go.
So, just a quick
Before
Firebolt.
do this, hang on 1 second. What is highest proof alcohol you have here?
The nobles, but despite looking at it doing the pretty games, mostly wine.
Yeah, so nothing that will light on fire. Sad.
Well, I'm sure that if you really wanted to, you could set wine on fire. If you really wanted to. So yeah, just a quick Firebolt into the painting.
Yeah, right to the face.
Yeah, just right to the nose, under cloak, so no one will see where it came from. They'll never see it coming. Do you want me to roll damage on that / attack?
Don't need to.
Fair.
Since everyone's looking at the chaos that's going on, they don't see the flicker of light as it hits the portrait, dead center in old Albert's forehead, and it just bleeds outwards into his whole face is consumed, and then just the flame just perishes. Granville was looking very happy at his development.
My work here is done.
Nicely done, sir.
We cause problems on purpose.
What we do.
We are the cause of and solution to life's problems.
Yes.
Both deliberately and unintentionally.
Now, you can hear it going on. Basically, Helden and Gideon are basically screaming at other basically for they wish to duel, demanding that the old flintlocks be provided for them. Admittedly, at this time, better guns have become available, but the flintlock is the way to go for duels.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, flintlocks are great for duels because there's a chance it will just explode in your hand.
And by this stage, Percy starts spotting a red mark on his face after Brenda slapped him.
That is gonna cost me later.
He just grins and bows to her and just slinks off. And yeah, Gideon and Helder.
And I kind of just slink over near the news, the reporters,
Yeah.
and just kind of pull the nearest, pull one of the nearest people to me. And go, it's terrible shame what some nobles get up to. That poor kid, the Corrine is trying to disavow. That poor kid even had his stall stolen by one of Brinda's hired goons earlier.
He cannot write it down quick enough. Tell me more. Tell me more.
It's like, oh, I should not say, but there is apparently some type of problem going on with just the show signs. Saw posters plastered saying that Hayden wanted to take them all. I don't know why. Perhaps he was trying to push more people into his factory, more kids.
Oh, you could
But
just.
I cannot say for sure. You would have to ask him about that. And I doubt he will admit to such things.
It's at this stage you can see that both Hayden and Gideon trying to barge their way through the crowd to a little area off of the other side. But you can just see a sign saying dueling quarter.
I love my job.
And want to know what the best part of this is? We still haven't used the beans.
No,
No, we've not used the beans. It's like we're definitely eating them.
You can eat them all you want. I'm just not... And I hope you at least get the geyser. If nothing else, to watch your corpse just propel up for a few minutes.
The reporters are taking all the details. Hell, they're even sharing notes now. Now, some of them trying to get details from the accused, but well, Helen's already buggered off to the dueling quarter. Corin just trying to swat at the kobolds. Brenda's looks about to storm off. Hell, even Percy is he just calls over the kobolds and just gives them a few notes. He sees you, Ocus Diablo. Just nods. In a way, you just know that, yeah, he's having fun, but he's still going to cost you down the line.
Oh, big time.
So I kind of very, very casually just kind of walk back to the group and next to Granville and go, has everything happened to your liking today?
Has Governor been to since a bit and met Lady Kiki?
It is a quite entertaining spectacle, is it not?
It's so easy to break them, isn't it?
It is very easy to break those who have never been broken before.
I'll keep you in mind if something like this needs doing again. No.
That would be very appreciated. This has been quite an entertaining evening.
Yeah, if the ladies don't get there before me. She can pay better than I do. So the rest of the evening goes on. People are trying to sneak away. 2 gunshots are heard. And Well, both Gideon and Hayden are seen dashing away, clutching at either their shoulder or their side. It turns out
Pity, I was hoping one of them would be cradling their junk.
it turns out they didn't wait for the medic to arrive, so they need to make their way to the local clinic. The local clinic we go to where it's, oh, I fell on this bullet. Don't worry, you don't have to explain what happened here. I'm Dr. Nick.
Oh no.
After picking clean every bit of information they can, the winged kobolds fly off. It's well, the band has long since left, and if anyone catches them, the chances are they're not going to return from a return gig to this place.
That is a shame. They did a wonderful job with my theme song.
By now, I'm just enjoying some of the wine. Not fast enough to get drunk or anything, but sipping a little bit here and there.
Yugi's just picking out at the buffet.
So it's about a stage. Some of the people that work.
El Pudin Diablo has vanished. And Okasan has returned. What the hell happened here?
I won't lie, I was kind of checked out for half of it, and I like snapped back to reality of the ghost gravity, and then then everything's on fire, and I don't know.
It's by this stage, some of the people that were dealing with Corwin is now discussing business with Granville.
Well,
I just look at Oko-san and go, this is the site of progress.
that buffet looks like the site of progress. Do they have beans at the buffet?
Oh no. We can very quickly make a bean dish and put it in the buffet, I imagine.
That wasn't even where I was going with that, but should we? Like, out of character, do we want to do that?
Oh, it'd be really funny.
I kind of like the idea of having the beans available for future hijinks.
Like, it's a good idea to save them.
Yeah. Like
Since they're
Okasan was just...
completely random is what they'll do. Who knows if they can actually help us at any point in time ever?
Yeah.
But still.
Okasan was just going to pig out on, like, any and all beans at the buffet.
He also gets a few signs of some of the other nobles. They're basically sneaking away some of the treats into their coats. Basically, oh hey, free food.
Yeah, I mean...
Very much.
Mm-hmm.
Percy swings back round. Well, hasn't this been an entertaining event?
I was in the bathroom for most of it. What happened?
I shot a painting.
I do believe some nobles have lost some social standing today.
You just hate to see it. Seeing all that dirty washing aired out in public.
Indeed, it is such shame nobles cannot act with grace and dignity these days.
Oh, I hear that old Brenda's getting audited. They're going to check out the
It is
files.
shame.
I love to stay, but I gotta go. It's been a pleasure.
Indeed.
See you soon.
I bet
That
we'll
sounded
see
like
him
a
soon.
threat.
we may have employment in the future, whether we want to or not. Again, handed Raven a loaded gun, and my God, is he gonna use it?
God damn it, you handed me 2 guns.
Yep.
Sooner or later, I'm going to find a way to bring Stubby into this. And so,
You must throw a match with Stubby.
yes.
Twitch, twitch, twitch.
And so, Percy just wanders off, whistling to himself. Even looks around at one of the ladies, a young elven lady. He just glances back over his shoulder and he'll give you a wink as he just wanders off with her.
Dog party.
Dog party. And so it comes time to bring the ball to an end. Rather prematurely, because these things due to go for a lot longer, because their usual poorly hidden hostility one another is usually better managed than this. Rambo, what's going to approach the thank you for your time, and we certainly live in interesting times, don't we?
Very interesting indeed.
So,
This was
Okasan's
fun.
time's always interesting.
so as the next time we meet, what's up for yourselves?
You do the same.
And then him and the other nobles leave. You get the feeling he's got paperwork to finish. You also notice a doggy bag full of mini sausages just hovering in the air as it floats away.
Ooh.
Nice.
And so, to bring this session to a quick sunrise end, the ball comes to an end. You return and gather your stuff. You return to the ship. It's well set up to take you home as well. It takes you another 2 weeks to get back home, but this time is a lot more quieter. There's a lot.
I bet they're eager to get rid of us now.
Have any of them seen the box this time?
At least 3 of the sailors remark they have seen the box.
Oh, where is it?
They said they're sitting in the deepest part of the luggage in the cargo hold.
Thank you very much. I shall go down there. We'll tear apart.
So for the next 2 weeks, Tedlin's hidden away in the cargo hold looking for something that's not there.
Literally tearing the place apart. If anyone goes in, like
Would I have heard this?
Give us a perception roll.
Let's see. I gotta remember that number eventually. Plus 6. 22.
Clearly. But I tell you quite about it.
You know what? This is good result. And I just start laughing as soon as
you're not-
Tedlin's darted out of earshot and down to the luggage hold.
Oh, no one is going to think it's a good result when they see what's become of the luggage hold in 2 weeks' time.
I will still think it's a good result.
No structure or order to anything, just boxes open, tipped over, searching.
Occasionally, Yuki will pop in. I think I found the box, and then it's not the right box.
Ah, dang it.
Okay, Sam, give us a Constitution roll.
A constitution roll.
Yes.
Beans.
Beans indeed. So, constitution. Is it a constitution save or just a constitution roll?
Just a Constitution.
Okay. 20, not nat.
God damn it, you resist sampling the bean.
And multiple times over the course of the 2 weeks, I poke my head down there to see just how torn apart the luggage hold is. And then, right in, when he looks away from the pile for a second, I wiggle my fingers and make a almost exact copy of his box appear, except it says beans on the side of it.
What a bastard.
And then I go back to bed.
And on that, we shall bring things to an end.
Way.
Thank you for anyone still listening. Thank you to my players.
We managed to go through that without a single round of combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rare occurrence.
And Mitty,
How much did we actually earn from this?
That is the real question there, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll figure that out off screen.
yeah, off screen. But yes, hope everyone enjoyed. So until next time, be good, be well, avoid the beans.
Later.
Bye bye.
Later.
Bye.